Okay, we are going to start the weekly Tuesday English medium discussion. We will get around 1 hour. Today we have good participation. There are 5 monks and 7 lay participants. It's a good number. So we are going to start the traditional way of our discussion. Before going into that, if anyone is having a contemporary present moment issues to be discussed in terms of interviews or suggestions or criticisms, yes, අපිට mic එක දෙනවද? There's one person from one Suddha fellow from Nissarana.
Okay, my question is about merit. I have an idea about what merit is, but I don't understand how it can be shared. And I know we share it with each other at the end of the day. We share it with the founder of this place. We share it with beings in other planes. But how that works, I have no understanding.
In joy, we call sympathetic joy. We can, whenever I get pass in my exam, I throw a party. So others will come and greet me, give some gifts and sympathetic joy. When a mother get a child, she has a joy. If it's a legal marriage, throw a party. The sympathetic joy is called mudita in 4 sublime meditation states. Mudita is a great thing in human, but animals also they have. Whenever they have something, they have a kind of hilarious good vibrations. Bad thing also the same. They also have. Usually in sexual behavior or in getting a good enough food, they have some kind of a throwing party. That's an immediate sharing. But imagine that you are got a good happy news and you are telephoning one of your best friend. He is not in the congregation, but he also can share because we all have some parallel other ideas. And according to the Buddhists, the time and space is much wider. We can share with our deceased relatives also. And even to the enemies, irrespective of time. That is happening in telepathic system. Whenever I have good vibration, that vibration is pervading. That pervasion, others people even without the telephone call, they feel if they are meditated and sharp-minded people, they can understand something hilarious I don't know. After time only, sometimes you may relate it to say that, darling, I got past and I got this and this. Okay, I felt it like that. So like what the telepathic communication is much famous. Therefore, we call good vibration. So we are in a conscious army. Whenever we are mindful, our each and every thought moment is we are sharing with other meditators. We call Sabbrahmachari in Pali, co-meditators. They get the vibration. And they attract them to suppress other bad, evil vibrations. They always merge with the good vibrations and they are very sensitive. So they are always with the happy mind, glad mind and attractive them. And there are a lot of bad things, so they replace the bad thing with the good things. So in the underworld, Patala Kaliyotama, gangsters, the doing, how do you call the mafia, they also have that kind of a secret language. They know where to communicate and what to communicate. They have their secret language. And police know. They never do anything because police needs that nutriments. Otherwise country cannot be balanced. So likewise a good thing also, they have their own vibration when the Buddha emerged, the whole cosmic system started vibrating, started illuminating according to the traditional way. That may be the one you are questioning, but you can understand sympathetic joy. That sympathetic joy go beyond time and space. And world is run by these good positive vibrations, not negative. Negatives are well organized and always doing bad things, but the positives are not doing much, doing nothing. Just be mindful. And then world is at peace. So it says that only few people on the earth always meditating. So they can cool down the earth. They can reduce the pollution. Internally also they are fairly pure, believing the pure and pervading it. Brahma Kanya, the organization of females, Brahma means that the celibated females, Kanya means polluted female, they sit in growing vegetables, meditate. And they say the plants can absorb. Plants are getting that good vibration, and they have shown by experiments how much the plants are growing with vibrating meditation. We did the same experiment in Nissarana Vanaya. We let the mung bean, the green gram kind of a thing, let them sprout in one place, keeping one sprouting in the meditating atmosphere, the other place is in a non-meditating atmosphere. But the thing is, we can't keep them out due to the monkeys. Monkeys are grabbing. So our results, no significant difference. Because we kept the thing also somewhere in a meditative atmosphere. So if it is keeping, the crystallization of water, that is very famous. So our Colombo campus suggested sprouting, when the germination, when it happens, have number of places. So good vibrations are, even the plants can absorb, specifically crystallization, specifically sprouting. Germinating, they are critical chemical relationships. And they can really feel. The plants grow only if the atmosphere is healthy, secured. Otherwise, they won't grow. So if you keep the plants in a meditation, and the meditators, if they go to the nurseries and practice, sympathetic joy, that is called empathy. That's called emotional literacy, understanding each other. The white part, the best part, the good part is very powerful. Very, very powerful. More than what we think. So therefore, don't worry, meditate as much as possible. Whole world will be at peace. You may think I am a just insignificant person. I am meditating only few seconds. No harm. Because it's significant. Wherever we go, we have to do our duties by being mindful, and that is the way we are sharing sympathetic joy. We call sympathetic joy, metta, karuna, and anukampa, and empathy. A lot of words came. Now UN is accepting projects only with empathy, only with the entrepreneurship. I mean, something can be multiplied, entrepreneurship and empathy. That is happening. The language is sympathetic joy. That is why you are here. Otherwise, what the hell you have here? Suddha fellow.
Well, there's getting out of suffering. And getting
the Kalu Amrut is the same. Kalu Amrut also, when he was coming, he was very fairly fat. Now he's become thin and thin and thin, but still, we punch him. Never mind, no harm. I took him to the whole journey, goal area, and he found people how much come and give offerings and kind of thing. Sometimes he gave talks to the people. So he didn't know what to do. His talks are all black talks. But people are happy to see that monkeys are already get ordained. Africans, Kalu Amadru, and we went to the Paralia beach. And a lot of the young girls with bikinis and kind of thing. He felt embarrassing to go to water. Then I told, remove all the clothes, then no one can understand whether you are ordained or not. So we had a nice, and that day I got disturbed my ears still. That is there. There's a kind of a there's a kind of a distraction. It's reduced, but still there. I don't know, maybe some sands or something like that. So this is happening. It's a good vibration. Kaluamru, anything to add?
Yes, Swaminatha.
You have to just tell your name, please. Otherwise, everyone will call Kaluamru.
Yes, Swaminatha. I was saying, my name is Dhamma Oshada.
Aushada.
Oshada, yes.
Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Herbs.
Yes, regarding his question, this is one of the very few things I remember from my physics class in high school about vibrating particles. They can be mapped as a wavelength, no? So I remember we learned that when two wavelengths of the same amplitude meet, then they become one. But when wavelengths of different amplitude meet, they try to compromise to meet with each other at the middle level. So this is just my own reasoning. It's not what the Buddha taught. I'm just thinking that when you and I meditate, when we give off metta, this metta that is coming from you, metta coming from me, they kind of join and become a big force in the world. So that is why we share merits with others. Merits coming from you, you rejoice, I rejoice, and then it all just becomes one big merit in the whole world.
So it is called in quantum physics, it is called non-local reaction. When one particle, it is one separated, two vibrations separated, even go to the furthest end of the world, exactly the same way they are vibrating. They are coming from the same source. And wherever it may be, they are turning in to the same direction, same amplitude, and same reverberation. And when they come together, no harm. They can come together. So therefore, we are separated particles. But earlier we were all one. And some people have bad vibration. They don't know the value of good vibration. They don't have Dhamma. If the Dhamma is there, they are always thinking about, as well, I can be good. I have nothing necessary extra. I can be good, and then I attract the vibration. So the Buddha is very close by. Jesus Christ, or Zarathustra, or Brahma, whatever may be, they are not far away. Only thing is we have to keep our tray open and let that good vibration to happen. They are in a non-local reaction, and non-local means wherever it may be, they are doing the same pattern. It is not done by something. Krishna says that is done by Krishna. Or some people say it's a God particle, Hebron particle. The number of particles they recognize as God particle. They are vibrating in the same way because they are separated from the same electrodes or same atomic particles, and they are vibrating. And they are exhausting gradually, but they are emitting very little energy. Vibrations are very, very smooth, very efficient. So non-local is something like karmic forces. Wherever you do karma, the results can happen anywhere. You can't see the difference from here to there, but in terms of time and space, they are displaced to different places and do this exactly the same dancing. And when they come together, hugging each other like known people. So whenever we become good, we all become one. I can hit you, I can kiss you, no harm, because we know our language. But many people think, no, kissing is good, hitting is bad, but for the vibration, there is nothing. I have no fear to hit you. No. I continue to do that. I will promise. So are we going to discuss like this, or are we going to go to the book and start the formal sutta?
Then we'll go to the formal sutta. So we were discussing Sangyutta Nikaya Sagatha Vagga. There now we have come to another sutta. It's called Samaya Sutta. So the procedure what we follow here is that I will read the Pali verses and Pali text, and then when will Dhamma Lankara read the Sinhala translation, when will Dhammosada will read the English translation from Bhikkhu Bodhi, and then we are going for a discussion. So the Samaya Sutta. Evam me sutang ekang samayam bhagava sakkesu viherati kapilavattusmi mahavane mahata bhikkhu sangena saddhing pancha mattehi bhikkhu satehi sabbe heva arahantehi dasahicha loka dhatuhi devata yebuyena sannipatita honti bhagavantan dassanaya bhikkhu sanghancha atako chatunnang suddha vasakayikanang devanang etada hosi ahang wo bhagava sakkesu viherati kapilavattusmin mahavane mahata bhikkhu sangena saddhing panchamattehi bhikkhu satehi sabbe heva arahantehi dasahicha loka dhatuhi devata yebuyena sannipatita honti bhagavantan dassanaya bhikkhu sanghancha yannuna mayampi yena bhagava tenupa sankameyama upasankamitva bhagavato santike pacceka gātang bāseya māti.
අවසරයි ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ, සමය සූත්‍රය මා විසින් මෙසේ අසන ලදී. එක් කලෙක භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ ශාක්‍ය දනව්වෙහි කිඹුල්වත් පුර සමීපයෙහි වූ මහා වනයෙහි හැමම රහත් වූ භික්ෂූන් 500ක් පමණ වූ මහා භික්ෂාංගන සමග වැඩවසන සේක. දසදහසක් සක්වලින් දේවතාවෝ භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේත් භික්ෂු සංඝයා දකිනු පිණිස බෙහෙවින් රැස් වූවාහුද වෙත්. එකල්හි සුදවස් වැසී සිව්දෙවිකුන්ට මේ අදහස පහළ විය. මේ භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ ශාක්‍ය දනව්වෙහි කිඹුල්වත් පුර සමීපයෙහි මහා වෙනෙහි හැමම රහත් වූ භික්ෂූන් 500ක් පමණ වූ මහා භික්ෂංගන සමග වැඩවසන සේක. දසදහසක් සක්වලින් දේවතාවෝ භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේත් භික්ෂු සංඝයා දකිනු පිණිස බෙහෙවින් රැස් වූවාහුද වෙති. අපිදු භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ වෙත එළඹෙන්න මෝනම් එළඹ භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ සමීපෙහි වෙන වෙනම ගාතාවක් කියන්න මෝනම් ඊතා මැනවයි.
Asai Swaminanse, the English translation by Bhikkhu Bodhi translates the title of this sutta as concourse. Concourse. Concourse is defined as a large place that accommodates a big crowd of people for a meeting or a procession. Thus have I heard, on one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling among the Sakyans at Kapilavatthu in the great wood together with a great Sangha of bhikkhus, with 500 bhikkhus, all of whom were arhants. And the devatas from the 10 world systems had for the most part assembled in order to see the Blessed One and the bhikkhu Sangha. Then the thought occurred to 4 devatas of the host from the pure abodes. The Blessed One is dwelling among the Sakyans at Kapilavatthu in the great wood together with a great Sangha of bhikkhus, with 500 bhikkhus, all of whom are arahants, and the devatas from the 10 world systems have for the most part assembled in order to see the Blessed One and the bhikkhu Sangha. Let us also approach the Blessed One and, in his presence, each speak our own verse.
Atako ta devata siyatapi nama balava puriso samminyitam va bahang pasareya pasaritam va bahang samminjaya evamevang suddha vasesu devesu antarahita bhagavato purato patura hansi. Atako ta devata bhagavantang abhivadetva ekamantam attansu ekamantam tithako eka devata bhagavato santike imang gathang abasi. Maha samayo pavanasmin devakaya samagata. Agatamha imang dhamma samayang dakkitaye aparajita sanghanti.
ඉක්බිති ඒ දේවතාවෝ බලවත් පුරුෂයෙක් හැකිලූ අතක් දිගු කරන්නේ යම්සේද දිගු කළ අතක් හකුළුවන්නේ යම්සේද එසේ සුදවස් දෙවියන් කෙරෙහි අතුරුදන් වූවාහු භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ ඉදිරියෙහි පහළ වූහ. එකල්හි ඒ දේවතාවෝ භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ වැඳ එකත් පසක සිටියහ. එකත් පසක සිටි එක් දෙවියෙක් භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේගේ සමීපෙහි මේ ගාථාව කීය. මහවන ලැහැබෙහි මහා සමූහයකි. දේව සමූහයෝ රැස් වූහ. අපරාජිත සංඝයා දකිනු පිණිස මේ ධර්ම සභාවට පැමිණියම්හ.
Then, just as quickly as a strong man might extend his drawn-in arm or draw his extended arm, those devatas disappeared from among the devas of the pure abodes and reappeared before the Blessed One. Then those devatas paid homage to the Blessed One and stood to one side. Standing to one side, one devata recited this verse in the presence of the Blessed One. A great concourse takes place in the woods. The Deva hosts have assembled. We have come to this Dhamma concourse to see the invincible Sangha.
Atako apara devata bhagavato santike imang gathang abasi. Tatra bhikkhavo samadhansu chittang attano ujukama kansu. Sarativa nettani gahetva ඉන්ද්‍රයානි රක්ඛන්ති පණ්ඩිතාති.
ඉක්බිති අන්දෙවියෙක් භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ සමීපෙහි මේ ගාථාව කීය. එහි භික්ෂූහු තමන්ගේ සිත සමාධිගත කළහ, ඍජු කළහ. පණ්ඩිතයෝ රැහන්ගෙන වරහන් ඇතුලේ අසුන් හික්මවන රියදුරන් මෙන් ඉඳුරන් රකිත්.
Then another devata recited this verse in the presence of the Blessed One. The bhikkhus here are concentrated. They have straightened their own minds. Like a charioteer who holds the reins, the wise ones guard their faculties.
So this is something related to some other verses in Dhammapada that is much related to our meditation. Sache uppajjati kodahang ratang bhantang vadhare so brumi maha sarating brumi rasmikraho itaro janam. When the horse chariot is happening, behind the king and the queens there, the chariot is running maybe 4 or 5 horses. And when it is happening, if the chariot is about to skid, about to slip away from the road, it's a narrow road. So then what he do is stop the trip and try to keep the calm, keep the horse cart calm down without toppling, without slipping off. So they are the king and others may look because everything stopped now. Because otherwise the vehicle will topple down, vehicle will slip. So at that time he is using the reins in such a way not to chase the horses but to calm down in order to stop the skidding vehicle. Likewise, whenever someone is having a hatred in the mind, the Buddha says, if he's a good meditator, first and foremost he do is stop everything and calm down the mind. Before starting anything, if you are going to decide anything out of this hatred mind, definitely it is bad for you, bad for the others. So therefore, that particular person, like a turtle, whenever get a jerk, he tug in. He calm down. And if he is calming down, the charioteer traveling king may not be understand. He wanted to go fast, but he stop it. For such a person, I call a real charioteer. Those who are just pulling here and there reins and the horses are getting upset and vehicle is toppling and vehicle is skidding, they are just reins holders. They are not charioteers. They are not the real drivers. So whenever we have excited mind, whenever we have hatred mind, first and foremost we have to understand, don't proceed. If you are proceeding, the hatred will be increasing. Whatever the decision will be taken, only run for a short time. So therefore, ratang bhantang vadhare, just like a skidding vehicle, if it's a normal vehicle, if it's going to skid, you have to brake and release. Again, brake and release. Again, brake and release. Don't apply the brake. If it's brake, the vehicle will completely turn around. So you have to apply in such a way, because you are in a heavy tension, but still give a brake and release. Give a brake and release. Likewise, you have to calm down. You have to put the 4 signals to let others know I am in trouble. So that is the only drivers. Others either apply too much of brakes or too much of clutch, and he may think about the quick going. But main thing is calm down the mind. So this Devata says these 500 monks surrounded by Buddha are really controlled. They have the clutch brake. They have the clutch control. They know what to do. I mean, nothing exciting, nothing alarming, but they have their skill. So likewise, when we are meditating, definitely unpleasant situation, the arrogant situation, hateful situation can happen. And under such circumstances, mind is rushing to decision, suspended decision. No judgmental, just calm down. No boss will advise you to be calm down. But if you are a charioteer, you must understand first and foremost, take the car, take the vehicle, take the chariot under control. So he is the only one, Buddha says, good charioteer. Others are just holding reins, holding steering wheel, but they do not know whenever something going to happen, when the skidding happen, what to do. When you are driving in the up countries, it's very difficult because vehicles are coming very close and the downfall is very long, and if you are going to topple, it will run days. So under such circumstances, calm down the car. And therefore their steering wheel is very important and the clutch brakes. But engine body is well intact because no salt, not like in the beach. So car appear very good, but the engine is well worn out, steering wheel is well worn out because in the mountain climbing and climbing down, you have to run in such a dutiful way, not quick fast. You have to go. So likewise, when you are meditating, we don't get the flat, straight line. Like in the beaches. We have curvy roads and downfall is there, mountain, and very narrow parts. There's no broad lines. And therefore when you are doing Rasmik Gaho Thero Jana, many drivers coming from the low country, very difficult for them to go to the up country. So you have to sometimes take lorry load of tea, lorry load of timber, and they are driving in such a way and they are using the horns and let others know I am climbing up, so therefore please come, give me rooms. Even the big buses, when they are climbing up in the Rambuda Pass and Kadugannawa, Kumbiyangoda, Galagedera, everywhere to climb up to the up country, there are a lot of this kind of passes, and now they are fairly good. Earlier, go to Mahiyangana, there are 18 elbow bends. Now many are straightened. One day when we are going there with the power oxide and everything, petrol bowser came and locked in the junction. We can't go. So 10 to 12 time. We have to take the meal before 12. Nothing in our vehicle. Lot of monks are there. One vehicle went. Pauk Sayadaw, Aridhamma Sayadaw went. And we have to get down to the town. It's the middle of the forest. So we have to just patiently be waiting till the Bowser is going up. And when we are coming, only we had 2 minutes. So someone went to the quickly and got some prepared milk tea, and we started to drink, and we are counting seconds. Because now we are going to lose the lunch. But after that we were laughing and coming, and under our seats, lot of food. No one knows. We had rambutan, we had vade, everything. No one was aware that we are sitting on the food and we are searching from outside. And we got only, you see, within 2 minutes preparing a milk tea cup And that Kapakar was fairly efficient. And after that only we have to see, we are sitting on a lot of foods, but no one remember. But we are in such a rush. It is happening in the Dahata Vanguva, that the elbow junctions, now they are fairly good. So therefore, when the vehicle is in trouble, when the vehicle is skidding, when the vehicle is slippery and it is about to topple, so balancing is not driving. That is not driving. That's a kind of a special thing. It is always happening. Specifically, Vipassana is a wavy road, curvy road. When it's going there, don't worry about the speed. Take care about the other driver also. Take care about the other vehicle also. Go in such a way, in the demeanor, as a disciplined driver. We can't learn that by the driving license. There we are learning in the flat ground, straight lines. But in the mountain, so such a uppajjati kodang, if you have a reason in your mind, some kind of a unsatisfactoriness, irritation, or anger, satang bhantanga dhare, your vehicle is now in a trouble. So hold it in a such a way, don't worry about the target. Just calm down the vehicle. So Bhumi, Samahang Saratim Bhumi, I call he is a good charioteer. Rest of the people are just holding reins. They don't know how to control the vehicle, control the horses. So one day one of the government leader explained this Dhammapada Gatha, telling that country is in trouble. Don't take political advantages. Everyone must be calm down and to get the vehicle established. Don't try to run to get the advantage of the other parties. No. So he is the real government leader. So nowadays political leaders are very, very short-tempered. Maybe some good-tempered thing in the small governments, but the big governments, they are in a such, and they are the people, troublemakers. They are in trouble. But when we are in meditation, we must recognize whenever our mind is not satisfied, disagreeable, anger, and that's a very good, you have no teacher. You are the teacher. You have to find the ways and means, just calm down like a turtle disturbed, tugging. That's my interpretation or story.
So I'll continue. Then Atako Apara Devata Bhagavato Santike Imangatang Abasi Chetva Kilang Chetva Paligang Inda Kilang Uhacha Maneja Te Charanti Suddha Vimala Chakkumata Sudanta Susunagati
ඉක්බිති අන් දෙවියෙක් භාග්‍යවතුන් වහන්සේ සමීපයේහි මේ ගාථාව කීය. පසස් ඇති බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ විසින් මැනවින් හික්මවන ලද පවිත්‍ර නිර්මල තරුණ නාගයන් වූ උන්වහන්සේ වරහන් ඇතුලේ රාග ද්වේෂ මෝහ නැමැති කණුව සිඳ අවිද්‍යා කණයම සිඳ වරහන් ඇතුලේ කෙලෙස් නැමැති ඉන්ද්‍ර කීලය උදුරා පියා තෘෂ්ණා කම්පන රහිත වූවාහු හැසිරෙත්.
Then another devata recited this verse in the presence of the Blessed One. Having cut through barrenness, cut the crossbar, having uprooted Indra's pillar, unstirred, they wander about pure and stainless, the young Nagas well tamed by the one with vision.
So we, the Devata, as well as we think that this is only for Arahant. So therefore we respect the Arahant, says they are special kind of beings, so we have to only phrase it. No, we have such thought moments. We have such thought moments unshakable. No, even the object of meditation. We don't know where is our mind is. And most of the time we are not awakened into that. We are not enlightened into that. It appears like a sleep. It appears like a slip. It appears like a mishap. But under such situation, the mind state, if you take, the mindset is unshaken. It has no raga, it is no dosa, no moha. But the thing is, we are unaware of it. We have fear of unknown. And that is a liberation. We have such thought moments. So in our discussion, in our interviews, we must try to highlight, uttani karoti, highlight, it is happening, but we call them as a mishap. We call this as a unmindfulness. We call it as a no concentration, no control, because things I don't know. So unknown situation, there may be no raga, desire, no dosa, no hatred, no moha. Moha may be because you have fear. You think it is sleep. But such thought moments are very, very frequent. Let me say like that. Because in between in-breath and out-breath, always such a thought moment is there. In between out-breath and in-breath and out-breath, it is there. In between left leg and the right leg, there is a part where the changing of the baton happened in the relay race. And that area, you can't claim this as mine. You can claim this as me. You can claim this as myself. And therefore, we discard them. That's a curse. That's a utter ignorance. That's a unknown. That is utterly unprepared. But if you go prepared, nothing to meditate. It is nothing related to meditation. Meditation is increasing the such frequency, but we are born with such slips. We call hiding of our mind. We call subconscious, or we call unknown. So our education is make ourselves fearful to the unknown, because we love known thing. So that is a filthy. That's a cancer. That's what we have done in our best time of our time, introducing these known things. And they become subject matter specialists. But when there is no subject, there is no object, there is nothing, and that is the point where maybe the Arahant mind. So therefore we have nothing to go to Jetavana, nothing to see 500 Arahants. We have to see midst of 500 thought moments, one thought moment may be, and that is been well explained in the Sutta Nipata and many suttas, but never we talk, wherever we discuss them, wherever we table them, because religion is always something. But I am talking is nothing. Nothing cannot live without something. Nothing is something relative to the something, and nothing, no friction, no beginning, no middle, no end, no me, not mine, not myself. But so far in our life we have accumulated things. They are the real thing torturing ourselves. So we have to understand, compared to things, there is nothing. That is the Buddha's rationality. He says if there is something, there should have something, nothing. That is why the science it says, if there is a matter, there is antimatter. Antimatter you can't measure by the measurements, gadgets. There is no 3 dimension. And they told matter is less than 5%, insignificant. Antimatter is 26%. So only human mind can comprehend only 30%. And 30%, 70% is all dark matter. So there are some projects how to get electricity from dark matter. It's possible. They says that's why the fossil fuel people do not like energy happening from the dark matter. So it is, if it is there, there's no power station. Everywhere you can see fireflies, they have light. Phosphorus, they emit light. Because light is there. So now we have gone to the lead, light emitting diode. It's a very little current. It is not like 230, a lot of amperage. And when it's going slowly, one day we will see the electric light. It may not be a current. There's no current. But static current can happen. And that can do, just like an neutron bomb. Every energy is within one atom. That's how the sun is burning. And now China has developed artificial sun. They can run for 17 seconds or something like that. So much of energy. And so much of light. So likewise it is happening, the secret is going not from the matter, not from the antimatter, also there, but dark matter. So whenever we go to the conscious, subconscious and below, we all are the same. 70% we are the same. That is unknown. The Buddha, he knows 100%. We don't know even 4%, our physical body, because we love female. Females are happy with us. They like male body. So they don't know their body. Nobody knows. But in the sati, when you are breathing, in-breath, out-breath, we mark. In-breath is not the out-breath. Out-breath is not the in-breath. Discriminative knowledge. So much you sharp, you see in between in-breath and out-breath, always dark matter is there. Always and the antimatter is there. But not measurable. Measuring is a defilement. It's called conceit. It's called mana. So very deep one. Not by Sohan, not by Sakadagami, not by Anagami, only by Arahant can deal with mana. Till that we are little by little, just be humble. Just be beginner's mind. Just share what we know. And our known thing is our foolishness. And we express. And then we can understand everyone is, they have shadows. They have dark matter, antimatter. And that is, no, that science is whenever go to the Newtonian physics to Einstein physics, they went into that. So Newtonian physics only matter. Once your consciousness interacted only, energy will collapse into matter. That is Newtonian. But when the Einstein see it, he never accepted, he never stopped at that gravitational force. He told there are electron bonds, strong and weak. And they are not subjected to gravity. No atomic weight. They are non-local. Energy waves, that will become a matter, collapse into matter once you focus your attention or your consciousness. If the consciousness not interacted, world is full of peace. So let the consciousness to send kites. Let the thing happen and just witness it. So therefore, not only in the Arahants that is available, Arahants are declared. They have seen, they can control, they can master it, and therefore Devata can praise. But the Devata themselves, they are by birthright, they have this, but they do not assimilate it. They know extract. And if you go to Perth, there are some gold. But the gold percentage must be more than 0.05. Then only it's worth extracting. Otherwise, no use. So there are some geologists, they can look at and say, in this area, 0.06 or 0.04. Imagine 1,000 parts per million. Their tests are there. Then they extract the soil, send it to Japan, they extract gold. They extract a lot of things. But gold percentage is such a low. But to go beyond threshold value, it must be certain percentage. So that is fairly rich in Brisbane sometime and Perth. So they mining, they are doing. And in Sri Lankan world, during the King Duttagamini, they knew where the silver, where the iron, and where the gold, and they extracted. But thing is available, how to extract them. You are extracting out of full of craving. But I am talking about how to extract not committed thought moments, not manifested thought moments, pure. Whatever physical, verbal, mental manipulation, filthy. Human being means mental, physical, verbal manifestations. So they are emitting so much of poisonous gases. They are creating so much of unwanted things because friction. because wear and tear. But if you calm down, least amount of oxygen you are using, you are meditating, and at that moment, Arahant's mind you can experience. I suggest. Thank you. That's all. I would like if the participants also take part rather than just keep on reading the book. If no one is there, what to do?
Actually, we are coming to the end, so then probably we can go through a kind of a summary of the whole thing also. This is the last.
One is talking. That is, read another sutta. That's the same lethargic pattern. Just listening. I mean, it's good, very obedient. But we have to share. I mean, sharing is our defilements, I know. Sutta.
Yes, sometimes I can't tell the difference whether I'm sleepy or whether I'm having those mind moments you described without craving or aversion. So I tend to work on the assumption that it's a kind of a drowsiness.
So our Loku Swamin Wahanse, Venerable Jnanarama, he says, whenever there are defilements, mind is very alert, looking head, desire, and looking like a rabbit, very, very activated, very, very stimulated. But due to our efficiency, if the extreme level of hate and extreme level of love reduce, so it is coming closer and closer and closer to the center. More you come, more you become lethargic. More you become bored. More you become monotonous. And slowly appear like the meditation is something good, somewhat, because that you can be with the primary object. That's also medium in the taste. And then mind find escapism. It easily go into sleepiness. But it is not happening quickly. So you can say extremes are reducing and coming slowly like a seesaw going up and down. Furthest end going up and down. And we imagine there it is very busy. So you have no corner seat. You come to the center. And when you come more and more to the center, if you come onto the pivot, the same wavelength, but no action. No dramatic changes. And then you are waiting to go to the furthest end. That's the highest amount of torturing. Highest amount of sansaric thing. And the day you come there, you have two options. Either it is hiding the mind or sleeping. Very difficult to, unless otherwise the help of the teacher. So teacher says, after that sleepiness, if you are opening to the primary object directly, it is not a sleep. It's a mind is hiding because mind has no stimuli. No raga dosa. The moha is there. Ignorance. So when you come there, if you are not to give up, but to see, I am fallen asleep, no harm. I don't know, I have no control. And once you wake up, is it directly go to the mindfulness or to the primary object, or easily go into the primary object or to the direct object, then it's something healthy. That means you know the end of your sleepiness, end of your hiding mind. And one day it will slowly you may understand the beginning of the hiding mind, end of the identity you identified, and that is indicating you to see the middle of the hiding mind, that means unknown. That's awakening into a dream, awakening into sleep. That is mystics. That's not scientific. So therefore, religious people tell something beyond the science can comprehend, beyond the equipments can say, beyond the rational mind, rational language explain. So that is what we are slowly gaining into unknown. So Eric Fromm wrote a book about fear of unknown. So we are searching always security, we mean the known. Known is wear and tear, torturing. And that is what our parents gave it to us. That's what our teachers gave it to us. That's why most of the religious masters give it to us. The Buddha says, okay, compared to or relative to the known, there is unknown. The unknown come in a disguised way like a sleep. But this is you are sitting while you are walking or maybe lying down, that you have to study the beginning, the middle and the end of this sleepy episode. And nowadays, I would say not only that, about 30 years, people are communicating with us. How much they are dealing with this sleepiness, this boredom, this monotony. They say it is a precursor of Nibbana. It's a precursor of Nirvana or enlightenment. So you have to go prepared. That preparedness is called Samma Ditthi, correct view. All the other views are wrong views. And this is called Additti, no Ditti. Just let it happen. You fall down, you sleep and everything, but you try to keep your mind awake. Mind be mindful. And young children, masters. Young children are very, 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 very awake, very, very diligent, very, very vigilant. You people are exhausted now. All crock. Enough. So you already given up. You accepted the next life and torturing and hating others, and you go to elders' house, home for elders, full of hate. They spend a very good life, but at the end, go to the home for elders, cursing, even to the paramedics. So I get reports from UK, how paramedics are telling, Bante, lucky enough we have done practice meditation. They are fully fledged rich people, but the children put into the medics, and there is a government rule, and they are hating us. We are the only people taking care. Lucky enough, we know mindfulness. Sometimes unbearable, Bante. But that is what we are going to end our life. Whatever the success. So therefore, understand this sleepiness, understand this boredom, understand this monotony, understand this lethargic, non-dramatic situation. It is a mine. Not a landmine. It's a gold mine. Go. Not too late.
When I drift in and out of this state, I don't come back to a primary object because I don't have one to begin with. I'm aware of a lot of warmth and comfort in the body and the sitting position and maybe some
body
sounds.
Means okay, that is the body, not only the breath, not the walking. Here now I am. I am not dead, I am not sleeping, I am not unconscious. So what is the point it is coming and landing? There's a lump, the entity. That is the indication that it is coming back to home. Come back home. Home way path is clear. That means it is not asleep. If the home way back home is messy, you don't know where it is coming and kind of thing, fairly can be the defile sleepiness. But don't rush to a decision. Look into it and you will see mind knows to come back to the entity, come back to the cloud, come back to the mess. And that's a good indication. I mean, mess is not a reality, but either breath or walking meditation or body weight or sitting posture or here now I am, or I am not sleepy, I am not dead, I am not unconscious. This is universal. There is no male, female. There is no enlightened or unenlightened. There is no ordained, unordained. Everything the same. That I call humanity. If it is not there, you are a beast. You are a brutal. You are torturing yourself. But there are a lot of thought moments. If you can trace them, it is a birthright. It is not meditation. It is rather, can say, it's a deductive knowledge. It's a inferential knowledge. Called Naya Vipassana, is called Anumana Jnana, and it is appear like mental proliferation. So therefore don't suppress it. Let the mental proliferation happen. Can I come back home? If someone is messed me out, can I come back home? It's inbuilt. It is nothing, but the Buddha has really highlighted the way back home. There are 4 stages. Buddha mentioned from the messy mind, Sarati, Vivarati, Uttani Karati, Desati. He says this is the way it is coming back, everyone. So if you wish to see Buddha, if you wish to see Arahant's mind, let the mind to play kites, send kites. Say, come back. Sleepiness, wandering mind, daydreaming, fantasizing, eccentric, brilliant things. From them only you can come back home. The one day, first day, you come and report, you are a different person. You never regret about your weaknesses. You never regret about unmindfulness. It's such a blessing thing. Without unmindfulness, how can you understand the adventurous nature of way back home? And Zen saying is there, wherever you may be, you are on the way back home. Even you are a butcher, you are the criminal, you are always way back home. Buddha never keep them down, let them down. You can understand. You know better than the civilized person way back home. That's why people are using alcohol. That's why people are using drugs. That's why people are going for womanizing. That's why people are going for casino to bring back. And we have higher kind of addiction, mindfulness. Mindfulness.
Sorry, Bande. So, Bande, you were speaking that about this deep sleep kind of state. So, from meditating, are we trying to be awakened in this sleep?
Meditation and know where to go there. Meditating people are accumulating merits. They are boosting up their ego. They are telling others are not meditating, others have no precepts. I am aggrandization, self-aggrandization. But this one, you become bankrupt. You are smashed like a glass and hit. The glasses are there, space is there, but the shape. Imagine you have a clay pot. It's intact. You can bring water. But you smash, what will happen to the space in between? Will it smash? What will happen to the pieces? Nothing happened. But the shape gone. Utility value gone. So people come and hit you. What the bloody fellow you did it and smashed. The Buddha says smashed it. Nothing happened. All the energy is energy. Sakti Sanskriti niyame මොකක්ද කියන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසියේ? The energy is balanced always in the world. Whatever the dirty thing you do, nothing happened. From the mindfulness point of view, from the absolute point of view. So we are in it. In meditation, we give kind of a conducive condition. We keep the foolish fellow away. Only thing. We keep fool's fellow away. Asevanacha balana. Don't associate foolish. And those who are meditating fools, never mind. Meditating fools are double fool. Good one. I know how to handle them. We can tell them, hey, get out, bloody fellow. Oh, please shut up. Sit down. So I have also undergone the mill. Meditation doing nothing. Meditation giving some kind of a conducive condition. So any people can't come here to the discussion now because we kept them away. Because they are very busy. We are not talking something relevant to them. We are talking nothing. People are always behind something. So meditation is kind of just like operation theatre. Operation is different. Disinfection is different. Nurse is different. Equipment is different. The surgeon is different. Patient is different. But the atmosphere, you can do it in a kitchen. You can do it in a toilet. So meditation atmosphere is such. Very expensive. That's why we prepared this hall. 100 people can come and play fool. We are very happy. 368 sessions. How lucky we are. And imagine our life. Whole life. I don't claim as a meditator. I claim as a being. I am just a being. I am just being. But anyway, your question is not complete.
As I was going to say, Bhante, about the dreaming state, I was going to talk about that. And is there any way that we can take control of this dreaming state? Actually, when we are sleeping, I mean, like, we have to rest, right? So, what's it with this dreaming state? So, arahants also have control of this dreaming state, so it just...
You can't say like that, because one day Arahant was sleeping in an open area naked. Here his male organ was very straightened. And 3 or 4 girls came to offer flower. And his posture is very awkward. So one girl thought of having sex. Had the sex. But the organ is not weakening, and the second lady started, third lady started. They found he's a genius person. I mean, so much of people, so much girls they did the sex. Ultimately, they offered the flowers and went there. The monk is wakened, and he found so much of flowers given, and this thing also erected, all the kind of. So he went there and reported to the Buddha. But they say, you would have dreamt at that time. I don't know. I am thinking. Because he was accommodating, but that is not the main purpose. And the Buddha says, I had some thoughts, not dreaming. Mara Sangyutta, so much of things came to my mind. Then only the Mara started to trap me. Then only I came to know that I was thinking. After becoming Buddha, not dreaming, but daydreaming, fantasizing, the absent-minded, or what you call the wandering mind. So you can't say, I don't know, we have no rights to say, but dreaming is a very good way of releasing our mind to release the pent-up energy. If there is no dream, if there is no sleep, 3 days' time, people will go mad. Insomnia. They have to sleep. They have to dream. Some people use alcohol. Some people use many things to balance the nishkashana, or balancing the, just like balancing the different banks get together and do the check balancing. Something like that. So our psychiatrists having that dreaming or getting doped or dopamine hormone is an essential part. In meditation also now people are highly talking about how the dopamine enzyme is happening and to give the pleasure life, how to happy meditation. But often we consider as mixed up with sex or amisa sukha. The Buddha is telling niramisa sukha. So teachers are very fearful to say, because it is such a treasure. No pharmaceutical intervention. No better half, no second person, you can have all the rapture, everything. And maybe a dream or not, but it's a full awake. So that part, Western psychology never thought about. Western psychology is a phonography. That's what the people blame Sigmund Freud. Because he thought everything is sex, nothing. But the Buddha says, same thing you can take immaterial. That's what the Arahant. They are not depending on food. They are depending on the bed. They are depending on the clothing. They are not depending on the medicine. Only placebo effect. You know placebo effect? Yeah, exactly the placebo effect. But other people do not have, so they give the measures. If you wish to have clothing, this is the way. If they wish to have food, this is the way. Everything. But everything happening from the within. Placebo, relaxation response. So it is published many years ago. We hardly relate it to our meditation. If you are going to relate it, no one is a teacher. Everyone can be happy here and now, but the methodology is there. I mean, power line must be straightened. Then the power transmission happens. So therefore, dreaming is considered as a psychiatrically essential part. Everyone dreamt with the same symbols, according to Carl Jung. Even the Dalai Lama is having same kind of ideas. He says no different of male, female, no different children kind of thing, no different civilized, uncivilized. Exactly at the bottom level we have the same. They are genetical. Our mind sometimes called genetical, connected with the brain and connected with the RNA, DNA. It is carrying whole human history, nothing to learn. We have been kings. We have been criminals. Nothing to test in this life. Only thing is to see my character certificate, I have to be in the present moment.
Understood, Bhante. Thank you.
Now, as a continuation from
Kumara Podak in there, mehin kata karnawa.
Swaminathan, now this is it my voice or?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, this is a continuation from this gentleman's question earlier, and I heard that there are. This may be very specific to our age group as well, and you said that there are so many elderly people in agitative minds in the elderly homes. Now we are reaching that age as well. So now you defined yourself as a being, and we are doing meditation. What is the best boot you can advise to transform from meditation to become a being?
Discussion. That's what we are doing. Now it's too late. We have to go to the Pindapata. Discussion is the best.
Yeah. And what is the assessment? How now?
So you have to be long time. We are measuring how to verify them. You have to be with the verified people. They are very happy. They are in the content, present content, and discuss and do your practice, your meditation in your ration, and be with us. Associate good friends. And then verification happen. At the beginning it is faith. After a while, not long time, you will see the verification. At the beginning you have to replace it with the faith. I have more than 40 years. I became an old fellow as a meditator or as a mindful person. So thank you for today's discussion. Now only we come to the peak. Can't help. Thank you very much for the participation. Okay. Sukhi hontu. Kamami. Kamitabang. Today no sharing of merits because I think we have already shared because in the single discussion start with the merit. And he also talking merits. This is the Pindapata. Mama they have Pindapata.